Okay. You can hear me clear, right? Okay. Alright, so hey Khalid, thanks for joining. So Sai here is our recruiter. He was the one who brought the forwarded your resume to us, and you know the overall about this position, right? Probably he shared you the job description about this position. Just let me know how comfortable are you with this job requirement that was forwarded to you. Good to know that you have went through the job description. Like you have already gone through, and we understand that this position is a lead role. The position itself does not have automation, but you'll have team working under you or within your team who will be automation tester as well. So they are so the kind of the skill set that we are looking for these positions are some technical expertise about the knowledge to run the QA process, understanding of financial domain, right? So you already have the banking expertise, so that helps here. Another thing that we are looking at is the understanding of testing methodologies, the best practices in QA, and all the different kind of testing that can be performed, that should be performed. Either the sites in the manual or automation or performance, or some understanding of the integration and load testing or security testing as well. Some understanding around the CI/CD would be better. A person who is analytical and who is collaborative and communicative, what we are looking for as well. And having that testing certification, and having the cloud understanding, microservices understanding, becomes the additional qualities that preferred qualities that we are looking for as well. So we went through your resume and it looked good, stand out for what we are looking for this position. That's why we wanted to go ahead and do a technical discussion so that we can screen you out and can we go forward with another round. This might be more on the technical side with the business folks and the HR side as well. Okay, so why don't we start with about your current project and also your overall experience so far. No, got it. Can you tell me more about your older projects, what you have achieved in your older projects, and what sort of experience that you have in terms of domain? Okay, for your current project, can you tell me the entire process that happens or you are involved with from the moment the requirements discussion happens all the way down to production run? So during this process, what sort of test artifacts do you come encounter with or do you develop? Yeah, so probably right as a lead tester, you might be developing some test artifacts regarding the testing activity that is done or testing plan that is done, right? So what sort of artifacts that you were part of development as well as the artifact that you come encounter with. Let me reframe it. Right? So artifacts is pretty much like what kind of documentations that you create or that you come encounter with from the testing standpoint. So just specify what do you develop, or what are those documents that you have primarily developed, and what are the documents that you were part of the development. Okay, sounds good. So just a follow-up question on that. So for your testing activity or your team's testing activity, what are the parameters or what are the key parameters that you look at to understand the performance overall of your QA process regarding the testing being performed for the project or projects that you are supporting? No, the question is more about the process, right? Your QA process, how do you validate your QA process in terms of parameters that you use? Is that process working or not? Is there anything like 1, 2, 3 parameters, you know? So let's say you have to showcase like, okay, this process is working from the QA standpoint, right? You as a UAT lead, our test lead, you probably will have to provide your management saying that, okay, these are the number 3 things that we look at, and based on that parameter, our QA process is working, so we'll continue with that. Or it's not working, so we gotta change the process, or whatever, right? Or it's average that we gotta do something, some rethinking should be done. So is there any that 1, 2, 3 parameters, that specific parameters, right, that you do track? No, I'm still looking for the parameters. I know you have the overall understanding and you mentioned the overall information that you go through, but you know the key parameters is what I'm still missing. Okay, that's fine. So now tell me how do you handle the defect processes in testing and defect processes from production? What is the similarity and what are the differences in handling those? Have you ever worked in a Scrum team? Because right now you work in a UAT, right? This is more on a tail ender side of the project, right? Have you ever worked or have you have experience working in a Scrum team? Because this project that we are interviewing right now is for a QA who is going to be a bigger part of a Scrum team. Can you tell me what is the significant difference that you understand working as a Scrum tester versus a UAT tester? Can you tell me the difference of the types of testing that you would be able to perform only in the Scrum environment and versus the UAT environment? the type of testing. So if integration testing happens in Scrum environment, that's what you're saying. Okay. What sort of integration testing happens in Scrum environment? Okay, so tell me a little bit more about again, right? Just the specifics. The specifics about yeah. Hold on, minutes. Bear with me, okay? 2 more minutes. So some yeah. Just talk to me about more specific agile principles and processes that you currently follow in your project. Very specific, okay? No. Again, the question is, what are the agile principles that you follow in your project right now? Just a couple of examples of the principles that you follow that helps that okay, this project is agile. So whatever you mentioned, those are all part of Scrum, right? It's not. Scrum is just one side of Agile. I'm talking about bigger umbrella. What Agile methodologies, principles that you are using in your project currently, and just give me the working example of it. Okay, the last question. No, the Agile principles, right? So the project is Agile, so there should be some Agile principles that you guys follow, right? We can discuss next round. Okay. Final question is, how do you handle the difficult discussions? And you can give me some examples as well in this case. Difficult discussions with business team and difficult discussions with development team. Probably you have tons of it, right? Already done. Just give me an example and just tell me how you as a lead handle that kind of scenario in more professional way, right? So are you saying all the conversation that you have is with the business team, development team together, or there is never a discussion between QA team and development team in your project? Have you ever had a heated conversation with development team? Okay, I think that's about it from my line of question. Do you have anything from your end? So yeah, I mean, like I mentioned, that this project or this position is more on the manual side, but the tool-wise, we are using in-house tool. Again, not to disclose anything around it. As per the language, we are using. We are preferring Selenium Java, but again, right, it does change between the application that is being automated. There are a few applications automated with some different language and some codeless tool that we are using, and some application is still being done by Java Selenium by our automation team. Regarding the methodologies, we are using Agile Scrum, but we are kind of trying to move into the scaled one. Yeah, so pretty much it's a standard project. We have multiple Scrum team, and this role will have to jump between the Scrum team at times. So pretty much falls in the similar kind of line where we are also trying to achieve modernization. So yeah, we'll see. I know we have a big QA team already. So we have currently running 3 scrums, and each scrum team we have kind of 2 QA team in it. Not counting the QA team integration environment and UAT environment. We have separate performance testing team, and security is being done by an outside third-party vendor. In addition to that, we have multiple other projects, and QA working on multiple other kind of environment in those projects, which might be cross. There is a lot of cross path because this is application that works or that has to work with multiple different other apps as well. That's why, right? So we have a separate team for API as well now, where we are transitioning to 100% automation. So yeah, these are the works that is happening. So this role specifically is for the project, for a specific project where we are transferring 6 applications in cloud-based environment with the microservices layers in it. And then with that, we'll definitely have to work on the API layer as well. Right? That's why we are just working ground up. Some of the groundworks are already done, but definitely there might be some scope of adding 2 more folks to increase the scope of QA testing that is required to achieve the quality that we need. Yeah, hope that answers your question. Okay. Yes. Sure. It was a great discussion. So we'll reach out to your recruiter. So probably you'll get a follow-up email or call from your recruiter. We might take a couple of days to respond on feedback. We have a bunch of other folks that needs to be interviewed as well. So bear with us, and we might get feedback for possible next round. Okay.